given that we live today in an age of rampant legal ethical relativism of anything goes, and a world in which private property rights have been almost everywhere and universally transformed into mere state-granted or fiat property. And positively, it implied that only the institution of private property in one's body and in prior possessions could ultimately be justified, whereas any form of fiat property was argumentatively indefensible. And as for relatives a la Popper, to assert that there is no ultimate starting point and yet claim this proposition to be true is plain contradictory and self-defeating. They all, unwittingly and as a matter of fact, have affirmed the existence of one and the same point of departure, namely argumentation. Upon reflection, we can recognize that every argumentation is also an action, that is, a purposeful pursuit of ends with the help of means. The task faced by any opponent and proponent engaged in an argumentation about conflict, then, is to find a peaceful resolution not only for the conflict at hand, but also for all potential future conflicts. Logically, to avoid all future interpersonal conflict, it is only necessary that every good, every physical thing employed as a means in the pursuit of human ends be always and at all times owned privately, that is, be controlled exclusively by one specific person or voluntary partnership or association rather than another. I am the lawful owner of my nature-given body with everything naturally in it and attached to it, and you are the lawful owner of your entire nature-given body. To argue that you do not lawfully own your entire natural body, which you actually possess and have peacefully taken into possession before I could have possibly done so indirectly, by means of my own natural body, is to advocate conflict and bodily clash, and hence contrary to the purpose of argumentation, namely of peacefully resolving a present conflict and avoiding future conflict. And likewise for any verbal dispute between the taxman and the text. The taxman, in order to argumentatively justify his claim to any of the text subject's current possessions, would have to demonstrate that he is in possession of a prior debt contract or some sort of rental contract, and if he would not or could not provide any such evidence, and of course no taxman ever could, then he would have to give up on his demand. And if he would not do so, but instead insisted on payment, his verbal exchange with the text subject too would not qualify as a genuine argumentation, but only as a mock trial, and it would be the taxman who was an outlaw.